enough of the social media. Damn, that was 15 minutes of that shit. But there's some messages and some good news up this morning. So it's not too hot up here right now. So let's see.
To defend themselves. Eventually, through the diplomatic skills of a Kurdish taxi driver, the situation became the museum in Sanliurfa. His name was Klaus Schmidt, and we will be hearing much more from him soon.
Live on the planet Nibiru, which orbits our system. They are an ancient race of extremely developed and powerful beings, and can be considered gods in human eyes. But even the great Anunnaki suffered from the terrible environmental conditions on their planet. A large crack had formed in Nibiru's ozone layer. This crack widened every decade, increasing global warming and destroying crops and animal life. The Anunnaki discovered that pouring gold dust particles into the atmosphere slowed down the expansion of the crack, even reversing it slightly. But Nibiru was a mineral-poor planet, and gold was extremely scarce. The lack of food quickly led to revolt among the population. Groups of rebels challenged the central government of Nibiru, and a chaotic wave was about to sweep through every city on the planet. The rebels were led by Alalu, who, despite being part of Nibiru's noble lineage, did not have a good relationship with his parents. Trying to execute a coup d'etat, Alalu attacked and killed the king of Nibiru, demanding the throne for himself. However, there was an heir by right of lineage, Prince Anu. A public duel was organized to decide the new ruler of Nibiru. Anu and Alalu fought unarmed, and after a fierce fight, Anu was chosen as the new king of Nibiru. Alalu was judged for his actions, but before the sentence was handed down, he managed to steal a ship and escape from Nibiru. King Anu decided that exile was punishment enough.
Tom Brady has personally gifted each and every one of you with 1 year free of electric vehicle rental.
Wait, did I pay for that or did you guys pay for that?
You did, Tom. You get a rental. You get a rental. You get a rental.
For Alalu, and decided to commit his efforts to saving his planet. Anu realized that the only viable solution would be to find the precious gold on other celestial bodies. Many space expeditions were made to the planets closest to Nibiru, but the results were dismal, as gold veins were scarce. When hope was almost nil, a massive breakthrough was made. On the third closest planet to the Sun, a true paradise had been found. Most of the planet was covered with water, with large portions of land that harbored a huge diversity of animal and plant life. Even more important to the Anunnaki, there were many ores waiting to be exploited, including precious gold. To the amazement of Nibiru's entire royal court, the person responsible for the discovery was the exiled Alalu. As a result of his vital contribution, he was pardoned for his crimes. The Anunnaki dubbed the planet Kai, but it was later known as Planet Earth. The Anunnaki chose a region, now known as Mesopotamia, to build a wonderful city called Eridu. King Anu's eldest son, named Enki, was in charge of the metropolis, while his father continued as ruler of the planet Nibiru. After 7 days of hard work, the Anunnaki completed the construction of Eridu. They began the processes of extracting gold, which, after being collected in considerable quantities, was sent to Nibiru. Extracting gold was an arduous and painful process. Therefore, the Anunnaki decided to resort to forced labor from an alien race called the Igigi, who had long before been defeated in battle and dominated by the Anunnaki. After hundreds of years, the planet Nibiru was practically re-established on account of the massive amounts of gold mined from Earth. But the Igigi could no longer stand suffering in the gold mines and organized a full-scale rebellion. A great war inevitably occurred between the Anunnaki and the Igigi. The city of Eridu was badly damaged, and many gold mines collapsed. Despite their courage and determination, the Igigi were no match for the Anunnaki in strength and technology. They were quickly subdued. But the Anunnaki, the person responsible for the discovery, was the exiled Alalu. As a result of his vital contribution, he was pardoned for his crimes. The Anunnaki dubbed the planet Kai, but it was later known as Planet Earth. The Anunnaki chose a region, now known as Mesopotamia, to build a wonderful city called Eridu. King Anu's eldest son, named Enki, was in charge of the metropolis, while his father continued as ruler of the planet Nibiru. After 7 days of hard work, the Anunnaki completed the construction of Eridu. They began the processes of extracting gold, which, after being collected in considerable quantities, was sent to Nibiru. Extracting gold was an arduous and painful process. The Anunnaki decided to create a new race of living beings, capable of working and learning, but inferior to the Ajiji in strength and size. To do this, the Anunnaki used the womb of a female primate that inhabited the forests, and using advanced technology, inseminated her with the Anunnaki's essence. But the results were grotesque, giving rise to terrifying monsters, such as Cyclops, Gorgons, and two-headed giants. The method of conception had failed. The other alternative was to use the essence of a male primate, and, after modifying its DNA, to inseminate it into the womb of an Anunnaki woman. After a few months of waiting, the first baby was born, who was given the name Adamu. His skin was tanned with a reddish tint. Although he was much smaller than the Anunnaki babies, Adamu was just like his creators. It was the birth of the first human being. The Anunnaki also conceived a woman named Hiva to fulfill the requirements necessary for human procreation.
Shiva?
Centuries after the birth of Adamu and Hiva, humans represented a sizable population in the city of Eridu. The Anunnaki were pleased with the development of the humans, who soon became able to mine gold, build houses, and even plant and harvest crops. As a reward for their efforts, the humans were allowed to frequent the Eden, a sacred garden created by the Anunnaki. The beauty of human women started to attract some Anunnaki, but the relationship between the two races was strictly forbidden. But Enki himself, king of the city of Eridu, eventually fell in love with a human woman. From this relationship, the boy Adapa was born. He became a very talented and wise man, for he was the direct son of a noble Anunnaki. Adapa also had a longer life than most humans, but he was not immortal. Adapa married a woman named Atiti, and they gave birth to a new line of humans who were more intelligent than the previous generation. But Adapa's children also inherited the Anunnaki's lust for gold and desire for power. This gave rise to violent behavior among the humans. Adapa's two oldest sons, named Cain and Abel, were the closest servants of the Anunnaki, and competed with each other to see who their masters could please the most. Tired of standing behind his brother Abel, Cain waited until they were alone. Using a wooden club, he murdered his brother. Never before had a human killed another, which was a surprise to the Anunnaki. As punishment, Cain had his forehead marked with a symbol pointing to him as a murderer, and was exiled from Eridu. He was condemned to live forever in the world without ever finding peace for his soul. There were other similar cases later. Against the Anunnaki's orders, humans began to procreate excessively. Eridu quickly became unable to provide shelter for so many people, and food sources were scarce in Eden's garden. As the planet Nibiru was recovered, mining gold in large quantities was no longer necessary. The Anunnaki decided to expel the humans from their sacred city and garden, condemning them to live in the fields and forests. After being driven out of Eridu by the Anunnaki, the humans began to wander aimlessly around the world. But something unexpected happened. Some Anunnaki and Ajiji secretly had love affairs with humans. The children generated between the Anunnaki and humans were capable of amazing things, being considered demigods that would leave their names eternalized in legends of several peoples. Some of the most famous were Gilgamesh, Hercules, Perseus, and Samson. But the children of the Ajiji with humans were bestial and evil giants who became forever known as Nephilim. They usually lived in hill caves, but attacked human dwellings and caused much trouble for the Anunnaki. Even without the Anunnaki support, the humans flourished and built cities of their own. Without the Anunnaki to dictate rules, the humans went into decadence. Thievery, debauchery, and violence were common in the cities, and it seemed impossible to control human barbarism. But everything was about to change. The orbit of the planet Nibiru was approaching the Earth, an event that only happened every 3,600 years. The Anunnaki knew of the impending disaster, as Nibiru would reverse the Earth's magnetic poles, causing earthquakes, volcano eruptions, and tsunamis. The Anunnaki's final decision was to abandon humans, return to their ships, and flee into space, where they would remain orbiting planet Earth until the natural disasters were over. Against the wishes of his advisors and family members, King Enki decided that the human race deserved a chance to save itself from the cataclysm. He commissioned Utnapishtim, a good-natured man, to create a giant ship called the Preserver of Life, in preparation for a giant flood that would end life on Earth. Even in the face of the mockery of humans, Utnapishtim dutifully carried out Enki's instructions and built the ship. Utnapishtim also sheltered and protected the essence of all the animals on Earth.
Okay.
Enki ordered that the technology of the Anunnaki be used to collect the DNA of one male and one female from each animal specimen found. When the great ship was finally ready, the signs of approaching Nibiru could be felt all over the world. Those who had mocked Utnapishtim now feared the result of their arrogance. As predicted, the Earth was devastated by an unprecedented disaster. Earthquakes ripped the surface of the Earth, setting up new continents. Volcanoes spewed lava and glowing smoke, incinerating everything in their path. Finally, a torrential rain raised the level of the oceans, which even covered the summit of some mountains. The splendorous city of Eridu and the Garden of Eden were destroyed, as were the terrible giant Nephilim. But, despite these horrors, Utnapishtim's ship held out and floated until the water returned to normal levels, unveiling a reborn world. With the help of the Anunnaki's technology, life on Earth was restored. Powerful new cities were gradually built, such as Babylon, Hattusa, and Knossos. Humans revered the Anunnaki again, worshipping them as gods and building temples in their honor. The human race occupied the new territories that arose after the flood, creating distinct civilizations, each representing the Anunnaki as deities according to local beliefs. But peace was again threatened, as Enki's younger brother, named Enlil, wanted to be Earth's chief ruler. The Anunnaki allowed humans to have their own kings in their cities, but Enki was the sovereign of Earth, with the title King of Kings. This position aroused Enlil's envy. The rivalry between Enki and Enlil became greater and greater, mainly because Enlil disliked humans and despised the fact that his brother had helped them survive the flood. Enlil believed that humans were mere laborers with limited intelligence. He never agreed with the accelerated development that the human race achieved with the Anunnaki's help. To placate the situation, Enki suggested a political marriage between his son Dumazid and Inanna, Enlil's granddaughter. But Enki's eldest son, named Marduk, did not accept this idea, since he intended to unseat his father and uncle and assume the title of King of Kings himself. Marduk devised a plan that caused the accidental death of his brother Dumazid. With the end of the arranged marriage, the enmity between Enki and Enlil escalated. Marduk was punished for the crime and exiled to a lonely desert. When he was informed of the disputes between the Anunnaki living on Earth, King Anu of Nibiru decided to intervene. Anu pardoned Marduk, who was released from exile and allowed to be among the Anunnaki. Anu also ended the feud between Enki and Enlil. He promised the two brothers and other Anunnaki of royal lineage a territory for each to rule on Earth. Enlil was given the region of Mesopotamia. Enki got Egypt, Inanna got Persia, and Ninmah was given the Sinai region. The pardon given to Marduk did not entitle him to rule a territory. Disgruntled, Marduk demanded Babylon, a city in which he became the main deity. Marduk decided to challenge the other Anunnaki, and, contrary to Anu's orders, taught his human subjects the secret of producing iron weapons and armor, creating the best-equipped army at the time. Thirsty for power, Marduk ordered the construction of hanging gardens in Babylon to replicate the splendor of the ancient Garden of Eden, which had been devastated in the flood. Not only that, Marduk also ordered the construction of a great tower that was to reach the clouds of heaven, defying King Anu. The Tower of Babel quickly reached an impressive height, as the construction was intended to overshadow all the other Anunnaki buildings on Earth. The outrage was not ignored by the remaining Anunnaki, and each leader started preparing human armies to face Marduk. Obeying Marduk's orders, the Babylonian armies marched out to conquer and enslave other nations. This was the beginning of a great wave of wars and conflicts between the strongest peoples of the Bronze Age. The Anunnaki constantly changed sides and formed alliances with each other, leading to chaos and destruction in many major cities. Marduk's armies managed to dominate Egypt and Sinai. To confront the other Anunnaki, Marduk humiliated or annihilated the conquered humans. With no other way out, Enki and his brother Enlil joined forces. With the authorization of King Anu, they used the technology of the Anunnaki's weapons and ships to fight Marduk. An extreme decision with many detrimental consequences to the world. The destruction caused by the Anunnaki's weapons led to multiple natural disasters. Volcanoes, earthquakes, and tsunamis destroyed entire civilizations. Crops disappeared due to air contaminated by volcanic ash, with famine becoming ubiquitous. Desperate humans abandoned cities or formed marauding groups to attack more fertile lands. These grim events were recorded as the Bronze Age collapse.
Wow,
After causing such a catastrophe on the
drastically
world,
different. What
the Anunnaki
hell?
realized that the wars would never end and could destroy the entire planet Earth. To halt the debacle, Anu ordered all the Anunnaki to return to Nibiru and let the Earth be ruled by humans. Some human leaders descended from the Anunnaki were chosen to rule the rest, until the day when the Anunnaki will return to Earth to choose the people worthy of being taken to Nibiru, where they will live forever as immortals.
Not really. I have to get more.
All right, folks. Here's some pretty big news for a tiny town in New Hampshire. Turns out the stone structures on Albert Pearson's property down in Salem might be older than people think. Some are saying they could be older than Christopher Columbus himself. Now that would be something. Well, I guess we need to wait and see. In sports, the Red Sox faced the Yankees last night at Fenway in the first.
Or more in a new Mazda CUV during the season of discovery.
With a population of well over 1 million, one of the great cities in world history, Urfa was given its honorific title of Sanli, meaning honoured, at the dawn of the 20th century, after stalwart defences against the Russians in the turmoil of that age. But long before that, it had a different name,
Hello?
Edessa.
Hey.
From this
I'm
medieval
live on
powerhouse,
YouTube right now.
foreign crusader laws were carved out.
I'll call you back when I get out of the studio.
Okay.
Alright.
kingdom in the similarly chaotic 12th century. The city's fall had been the main catalyst for the Second Crusade. The name itself was brought by Alexander the Great during his incessant march to the ends of the earth in the 4th century BC. Given by his soldiers to remind them of the Edessa in their homeland of Macedon. But even in those days, the place was already old. Situated around a number of karstic springs, rich irrigated farmland stretches out in all directions, just as it has for millennia. The great rain-providing chain of the Taurus Mountains and the Anatolian Plateau beyond, rising to the north, at this gateway to the rolling plains of Mesopotamia. The myths and legends associated with the place are legion, enough for entire libraries of scholars.
Yeah, what's up? I'm
Though
working on
most
some
have been
Mid-Journey
lost
stuff
down
this morning.
millennia, none is more.
So this painting is a little too wet for me to continue on it right now. I need to let the books dry because that's basically the last thing I really got to do. But as soon as the books dry, I can finish lettering the books, and then I think that's it. There's just a little more details and some spots. These branches over here, a little bit underneath the bench. His pants, I can probably put a little bit more highlights on his pants. I forgot to do that one finger you can see right there. The walkway right here, I forgot to highlight that part a little bit, but like there's not a whole lot I can do to it until like I say the books are like the major thing left to do. And I'd rather knock out all of that and then start handling all the little stuff at the end. And then we'll move on to the next canvas. But that's why I want to get some images generated so I can start this next project I want to do. So I just figured out some new shit with Mid-Journey 2. I don't know how, it's probably old now, because if anything that's a month, when it comes to this AI shit, if it's been out for a month, that shit is old. But when you build a prompt, you try to describe what you want to see. And it's almost like writing a sentence, but not really. And so you have to have different segments of your prompt. And so now, like after... But after the prompt is generated, you can go back to the prompt and where your segments are at. Like if you just hover over it, it shows you like images most related to that segment. Like it's hard for me to describe. I'll just show it to you. So this is my first time actually doing this. So like this is this is one of my older images. Like this is one of the first images I had generated. And so here is the prompt that I made. It says, Anunnaki giants give technology to humans. Return of the gods. A spaceship in the distance. Hyper-realistic, detailed 4K, synthwave, lights, Egypt. And so in between each thing, like you have to put a comma. So Anunnaki giants give technology to humans, comma. So that's one segment of the prompt. The next segment is Return of the Gods, comma. Then the next segment is a spaceship in the distance. But now, like, you can, if you hover over, hold on, where is it at? It was just doing it. Why isn't it doing it? Oh, wait a minute. It was just doing it. What if I click on this one? Let's see if it'll do it for this. I don't know. Before, when I was hovering over this, it would bring up images. Oh, there it is. Oh, you do have to click it. So for this segment of the prompt, it says long angle shot of a cityscape with futuristic style. And so it'll show you things that are related to that specific portion of the prompt. Setting is a 1500 BC in an advanced ancient African civilization. And so it'll show you like what it thinks of each segment of the prompt. How did you word it? Which order did you put your words in? This right here says lost ancient civilization. And so it'll give you images related to this segment. And so you can take all of these segments and build them, and then it'll give you a combination of what, you know, it thinks it expects that portion of the prompt to be. It's cool that it can actually break it down like that. So I'm trying to get something, but this isn't, it's not giving me what I want right here, actually. So I'm getting closer though. I've been trying a lot of different stuff. I'm just trying to like start from a simple prompt and then build onto it and see how does that work. But at the same time, I pay for like the minimum service, so it is easy to run out of credits on this shit. I don't know even if that'll be. Now, see this prompt right here is the gods pass down kingship to humanity. Came up with some crazy shit, but you already know they always make God white for some reason. That shit look crazy though. This is God, and I put an S on it, not just one. I said the gods pass down kingship to humanity. but I kind of like this one. It is some crazy shit though. I'm trying to remix some of my older stuff because, like I said, in just the past couple of months, this shit it just gets so much better every few weeks. So my older stuff, I'm trying to like. What's crazy is I took the prompt from this image and just resubmitted the prompt, and this shit, how this shit looks now is just way different, way different. I was wondering if I can use like an image prompt too. If um if I use one of my old prompts as a descriptor for a new prompt. Ooh, I haven't tried that. So what if because I haven't tried that with any of these. What if damn. All right, because I do kind of like this one. Did I never save this? All right, so if I save that image and then or if I put describe, well, where did it go? What if I describe this image? Are you watching boxing or something? Alright, so these are some descriptors it just gave me. The ancient pharaoh with pyramids and a statue in the desert in the style of hyper-realistic sci-fi terror wave photorealistic landscape. The pyramids and the pyramid and the what animation with the Sphinx. The ancient temple with a fine plane behind it in the style of realistic hyper detail. The image of an Egyptian statue and airplane. See, this just says ancient temple. It doesn't say with a pyramid, and it says a plane instead of like a. I don't know. Sometimes I just say flying craft or flying vehicle. Sometimes I'll say spaceship. I'm gonna try number 3. All right. Let's see what it does. So I used the old image I generated. I threw it back in the system and then told the system to describe to me what it sees. And then it gave me 4 suggestions, and I picked the 3rd suggestion, and this is going to generate 4 images. And so that is so crazy how it looks dramatically different from what the
Terrence Crawford fight versus Benvenito. It's a fight that took place a few days ago. I watched the Jake Paul Nate Diaz fight before this one. I would show it, but that would put me in possibility for some sort of violation. It's free on YouTube. It's crazy they doing that now. So maybe I could show it. I don't know. You know what I mean? I ain't finna take a chance.
that shit look crazy. Still, it's pretty far off from the original. I wanted it to be more like the original, just I don't know. So if I do the style of or if I generate number 2. And then on the last one I actually changed the aspect ratio. What if I leave the aspect ratio there and I put style on 0. Yes, Zero style is way too plain. What the heck? Alright, that's wow. So I put Zero style and it did like some super, super, super basic shit. So let me try it again. And the style is always set at 250. What if I want it to stay closer to the original? What if I do like 200 instead of 250? And then
Yeah, I know. I got a disconnect from it, but I use one of these apps to do that. So it's on this. I know it's not downloaded to here.
what the heck? Hmm. Um. Well, damn. Hmm.
But it just takes a picture and puts it through a template it already has. As a dot one over this one.
I don't know why I like these two right here so much. That shit look crazy. Alright, still not exactly what I was looking for, but
I'm gonna unsubscribe to it. They want $10 a month back type shit. It's not as elaborate as the one you're using.
I'm not sure how to word this actually. Um, all right. So that's 1, 2, 3 segments plus a weight. I put a weight on the second segment. Um, Now I want to say I don't know if I should word it that way or not. Um, mm, I'm gonna see what this does. Like I say, man, I don't know. I hate to run out of prompts so easy, so now I just try to take my time and see if upgrade your French. Oh no, that just stopped right there. What the hell? This shit might not give me nothing what I was looking for, but we'll see. Not even close. Oh, you know what? It is, and that's wow. The weight's really, really, really. All right, so I see. So I'm gonna change the weight and put it. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, I see how that did that. I didn't even know about weights until yesterday. I was watching some tutorials. So what if I put the weight here and shift that focus and put colon 2. Okay. I don't know if I need that now or not. But these are dope though, honestly, because for how I did it, I might. Hmm. Hmm. I really, really like this right here. I might even upscale that, honestly. All right, so the exact same prompt. So I really wanted it to be a nice sunny day, and so I put the weight of 2 onto the atmospheric element of it, but now I shift the weight from the atmospheric element to the human element. And so same prompt, same exact words, I just took the 2 and moved it from one spot to another spot. And then it gives us something completely different. It is definitely focusing more on the human element of it. Ooh. Ooh, what are these? Ooh, okay.
What are the water drops? What is that? Okay, maybe if let's see if I can reword, because it's not really giving me what I want. Let's see if I can reword this a little bit. Let me try to reword it. Maybe. So I want it to be a space station. I said a futuristic spaceship launch station. So I don't know, it's not showing like any rockets or types of ships. So what if I shift the weight from the people element to that? I don't know, because I need it. If I do this. And then I say Alright, this prompt is getting long as hell now. Let's try that. Damn, I ran out of fast time already? What it is? Today's date? It's only the 6th. I'm burning up my minutes this month for this shit already. I wonder if I zoom out on one of these, what I'll get. I might try to play with one of these in a minute. I want to see if I can get this to pop up. Oh, I'm still waiting. All right. Where's that other one? I gotta start saving the better ones to like a certain file by itself, so I can start like putting together all the ones I can actually use potentially, are the ones that I can at least take like different elements from and try to blend together. I might need to save. Oh damn! What's up, bro? I didn't know you was in the stream. My bag is. I'm like, I'm listening to you and I can hear you, but it's just I don't know. I was damn zoning out for a second. I might can use elements from one of these, and there were some other ones. Let's see. I'm gonna get double feedback in the stream. I need to go grab something to eat real quick. I'm hungry as shit now. Why? Why is this not starting? What the hell? At 8:41, it's 8:49. It's 8 minutes and it still didn't generate yet. What the heck is going on? That shit still. I don't know what that is, man. Why why that shit paused on me. I don't know. Sometimes this shit can be a little frustrating, but it's still fucking fun as hell. Just trying to figure out how you gotta talk to this motherfucker is the thing. You gotta figure out how to talk to that bitch. Wow, that shit still paused on me. I don't know what to do about that.
Chips, that shit coming through in HD.
I mean, some Frosted Flakes, bro. Now, how does it allow me to do this? And it says fast, but it won't spit out my last prompt that I put in there. All right, what is this? Maybe. I don't know. Not really. No. I don't know. I still feel like I'm not wording this shit right. It's not paying attention to me. Or I'm not controlling the weights properly. So I wonder if I can weight more than one thing. What if I do, I don't know, man. Shit, bro. I'm gonna try to copy and paste the same prompt again. And then let's add a different weight. So I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna say groups. I'm gonna say a group of black people Facility thing. Let's do. What if I do 1.5? Let's see what that'll do. So instead of swapping the weights out, I added a weight to just another segment of the prompt. And nope, still not exactly what I'm looking for. Kinda? What is this? Still not really though. Nope. Seem like one of us got some major delay. I don't know if it's because I'm on the PlayStation or I should seem to be coming in playing back like 45 seconds, almost a minute slow. But a 3D printer is definitely something I want to play with.
Okay, so I'm gonna just start with the interior first. Getting feedback. That's crazy. You wanna you wanna add me to your live? Maybe that'll cut out some of the feedback. says I'm. Oh, I gotta ask the joint. Yo.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was looking at your chat just now. I was about to tell you, I text you that I sent the invite. One person in comment is out for review.
It's what now?
Check page. I think they had like AI art too. I hope it was them.
That shit's still getting a lot of feedback. um.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Cool, yeah. Yeah, that background feedback was on my end because I'm watching it live and I haven't come to my surround sound. Now I'm listening to it.
All right.
Yeah, I was saying, I had just, like I was here at the page, but I never looked at the comment section because we were talking. So I was using that, you know, that little format that we had. And I looked, and it had something on the text, Mystic style. And it was held for review, but they didn't say anything. They made like a little face or something, emoji. I went and checked their page, and it looked like they were doing AI art as well. That was that.
Oh. Don't hate on my shit, bro.
Doesn't show the remote on your side. Under the eye, when I pulled up, we had 2 people watching. Nobody said nothing. None of them me. So when it became me, it went to 4. And I was only using one device. It was kind of weird.
One of them was me.
Yeah, yeah. Well, when it went to 4, that was me.
Yeah, I don't know who the other people is. They said they.
I didn't even do the whole, you know what I mean?
Nah, motherfucker just be sitting here, don't even say nothing. It's all good. It's not my normal shit either, but I don't know.
Oh shit! I just realized too. We're still sitting in the lobby. Now I can go live. Yeah, it lets you join up in the lobby, and then you can go live.
Oh, okay.
So here we go. So again, officially good morning. For the record. Yeah, I think that would be cool. Get the printers at the same time. Just, you know what I mean? Learn with them. Be novice, make shit. Why not? And make a channel for it. Use this for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like you said, there is a big ass following for shit like that.
Call it Brothers Creations or something.
Where you get that beat from?
Like what?
That beat you listen to?
Photos or something?
Oh. No, I said, where you get that beat from?
Oh, I just asked Google to play some hip hop instrumentals. And then it came down Simple. So this is young since you were if I made intro for looking at these things like the treasure and indifference, putting the divider in between that still work. It's not a problem. Keep the picture in the frame right there. This is what we have, so it still does hurt to know the truth, but they lie to each other when they jump up in the booth talking about kill, 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 bang, and this and that. So what we doing? The other man's job. Now that's a fact. And I ain't here to stop our progression. That would be against going on the path that was set, man. The woman need to listen. But hold on, I can just tell you the plan is followed by those that are his sin in the distance. What? Keep the grass cut short for resistance. Persistence is needed. Focus as well. God, I'm going through the situation. A windy road that leads all the way to hell. Can't tell by these chemtrails. Follow back to origin point. It was all about someone else that had a finger to point for blame. Seen it if it was just the bitch where we took the crosshairs instead of the aim. Fame is what they all after. Better to be known by the audience than cause laughter and reach to the people of the congregation and like the pastor later on in this day, 12 p.m. What did you have to say? Hey, they may play in the box and see the sand, but if they're not keeping around and taking serious, fam, I gotta do this until I'm delirious and leave dizzy with where I planned it to be. Hold on, now that was the planet B. The scientists gave it a name. Is that reminding the fact the way it's supposed to be? Forget it. It wasn't science if they didn't know it was me. I'm like the omen you didn't see. Shadow. Hold on, wait, they're trying to unravel me, tattle me, wind me up, and release me with anxieties. But forget it, this is words that have been spoken by those that defy me. Programming, and if it wasn't take 6, you could get it back to the look printed in graphite. They care about what's going on. God might laugh at the fact that Dave came to. That's just another statue. I mean, hold on, where you at you. Hold on with the division. But it's summertime, so listen, let's just find ourselves a place with a shade. Is that the way that they throw disrespect these days? I mean, hold on, wait, I'm caught in the face. Where's Kurt? I'm out here trekking for these stars. I'm putting in work.
Bars.
Orthodox, release reserve. I continue to tell the truth, though it hurts. I don't want to lie, because we the one around the live first. Everyone's standing around trying to fill up the lies that you told since your birth and preach that got true about what you done did in your days. And I'm not in really any type of rush to get to that phase. We're on start. Back to the Star Trek and Scotty beat me up. This planet's out of fashion. I'm just gonna keep moving and asking. Passion. Please stay focused. This Sunday, another way for us to say, on the way. I didn't know if they happened to notice. You know this. You know that. Because forget that that's faculty member. Facts to those students. Testing this. For the path. This. last night was busting on the dance floor. Of course, she was good. All that passion. But coming up short with this, I understand it. I don't know why I didn't do it the way I planned it. Attempted shot. Attempted shot. Thought-provoking, picking from intellect to make some jump back to where it began. Yet they weren't expecting the Vulcan to attack. Came in under camouflage with a period. Beta 6974. Exactly where it was before. Came back for more research. Seen gargoyles of ancient design perched right at the window. I was seeing the window. Evenly matched the mold. Several spots here. Case of big marriages too. But there was a space here. I seen something. One of these things just before. It was scary. Maybe it was something that came. It looked like possible. That master reverse. Space talk. Also, that's the message they call back to you.
That is not what I asked for. Yeah, that beat right there, trippy as shit. Got the little wobble in it. I said that beat trippy. Got the little that little wobbly sound in the back. I like that shit.
Yeah. Sound like some early 2000 shit. down to the forehead. Evidence of more red in the bathroom. Running like a faucet. Back at it. No, there's evidence. Found a lead to what was going on. A number in the closet. A caustic sign on the ceiling. Over a pentagram. Seemed like there was some sort of seance. You could see that the victim was kneeling for a long time. Losing it. After the 2 shots and subdued hands. Hemorrhage at the neck. Dude must have sneezed at the moment the first shot was taken. That's why there was one there. The extra one was for, I guess, just to place it. Read it direct, bring it back, okay? What's the casing? Found 2 of the shells there. 30 feet. Adjacent off that shelf there. The statue. The dude pointing right at you. Initial. Is it initial analysis code? Something could computer download and you got it together. Let's see here.
Oh shit.
Alright, I'll continue playing download free hip hop beats unstable on Google Podcasts.
The Google podcast.
Right. Sound like something you know what I mean? We might want to look into.
Shit, my homie offered me some beats. I sent them the list of the beats that I want. He said he's gonna send me all the extended versions of them. I was hoping I would get that shit this weekend.
Yeah, my boy was supposed to do that too. Now that you mentioned that. I never got the beats. Yeah, man, Station Beach. Well, alright.
Motherfucker be waiting.
Somebody needs to be strong with the new sound. Don't stay hungry. Put places on the temple, like plates on the table for the crowd. Found a place found a place for digest. That's the site. Down fact. Bring down facts and lessons. Always keep on wonder burn. That's the Wonder Bread slang. rap instrumentals. See if there's a difference in the beat, because I told it hip hop.
You gotta be more specific with it.
Slow melodic hip hop instrumental and that shit. Versus rap instrumentals. Go to the slow shit. Sound like a 16-bit, 18-wheeler in traffic. I've heard this before. I got it. I like it. It's got a little kick off to it, but then it's and then it turns into one of the beats. I feel like they do too much. So, definitely. I know this line. Yes, like I said earlier, you know, if you give me some garbage, this was definitely all that. High energy hip hop. You got no high energy about this. It's a good way of storytelling shit. Alright, good pop, raised by the streets. Couldn't afford to watch, listen to beats. Never took time with the preaching and preach. Ran past the stops, learn how to drive, never. License for the step, but that was the door. Die young, that's what I was taught. Pick up a firearm and try a gun. Against your own or weapon. Stand for respect, don't let them bury you. Operation, get your out. Make them inferior. It's not high energy. But I can hear Busta Rhymes on this.
I just was listening to some Busta earlier.
What you say?
I was listening to some Busta Rhymes earlier this morning.
See, he would be the high energy.
You about to hit the road?
So go to about 1. See what I tally up until that point. I literally woke up like 4 hours ago.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
I don't even know. It's almost 10 o'clock for me. Yeah, shit, I've been up about 5 hours.
Like that last stream where you came and said there was no sound.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
started that, and like in 30 minutes of there, 30 minutes after starting it, I took off. Went to make a couple runs. Made a quick $35. So I'm gonna go hit that because I can put that on my goal this week. The whole 3D printer thing. Now, I don't know where you at with it, but yeah, look into that. I'm definitely gonna look into that. I got something else in front of it. I want to get the automated grow station.
What's that?
They want $450 for that.
What's that?
So, like you can grow your own smoke. And they get a clone.
Oh, it look like a mini fridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I'll send you the link. Because I saw it on Instagram, on the gram.
Yeah, the automated grow jump. I was like, yo, that shit like a little refrigerator. Like, what the hell?
Like, I have that box. It's just not automated. That's all. That's the only difference. And this is a little larger than the one I have. So I ultimately want to get 2-3 of those. So
That's
this
crazy.
week, that's my goal for that.
I seen some dudes, they got early access to that Payday 3. That shit
Yeah,
looks
that's not till
September. That's what cause I seen the dude was playing that shit last night, and I'm like, how the fuck is this shit out already? So I'm like, I'm Googling that shit, I'm like, nah, that shit don't come out till down the end of the year.
Nah, that's like a pre. You know what I mean? It's cool too because they got nothing but celebrities in it. Crime Boss. It's the same people that make Payday. Yeah. They gave a certain amount of missions. I already ran up on the missions, so I'm kind of like cool on that. See, boom, here we go. $11.17 for 19-minute drive. Finish. Gotta go pick up Javier. 6 minutes from here. Ash's call. I'll catch you on the next one.
Alright. Peace, bro.
I mean, unless, because I'm not even going to say if you ask you to wait because I'm going to be going for hours. So I'm just going. I'll be back later on in the afternoon.
Yeah, shit, it's Sunday. I ain't doing shit today. I'll be around.
Yeah, I mean, I'll hit you up and get on some Call of Duty or something.
Yes, sir.
Alright then, man. Much respect. Peace.
Peace. Damn, man. 2.5 hours in, and I still really haven't gotten any closer to something that I'm really, really looking for. Let me take a bathroom break real quick. Oh man. All right. That's a lot better.
Than the supposed association with the prophet Abraham, patriarch of the three religions of the book. Said to have venerated the holy springs here. Just how long people had lived around those pools at the centre of town, at the time, no one could say. But one thing is always abundantly clear. Urfa has lived many lives. On one fateful visit to the museum in 1994, as usual, Klaus Schmidt perused the storerooms of the influential institution. Losing himself for a time among the myriad Byzantine and Greco-Roman altars. Though it seemed an entirely ordinary day, everything in his life was about to change. Now armed with the newly gained knowledge of Navali Chori, Klaus Schmidt saw something in the Urfa Museum that shouldn't have been there. Two naturalistic statues, reptilian in form, Byzantine. Schmidt immediately knew better. Recognizing similarities to the vastly more ancient sites he'd been working on. But how had they got to the museum? And where had they come from? Thankfully, someone at the museum knew exactly. And just a few hours later, Schmidt, along with 2 colleagues, were in a taxi. Heading along dirt roads to the hill country northeast of the city. To an obscure plot of land on a desolate rock, known as Potbelly Hill. And as Schmidt would soon find out, its Turkish name, Göbekli Tepe, was already known to archaeology. Seven or 8 years earlier, local landowner Ibrahim Yildiz and his son Mahmoud had been clearing scrubland.
Yo, D1, what's good, bro?
Their property, when one of their spades hit something solid.
Oh man, I'm trying to figure out this AI stuff.
Strange statues were then pulled up out of the ground. But there was a problem.
I'm getting some good images, but just trying to
clearly had a large penis showing. The 2 men kept them hidden as a steady stream of villagers came by to see the discovery. Not wanting to be perceived as idolatrous and bring shame upon their family.
Oh,
the local imam came to see the finds.
Bro, I watched that shit live when it first happened. So I've watched all the hearings so far. I watched the one from last year, the initial hearing. I watched when that dude went on News Nation and gave his interview. That the first, like, I didn't catch that one live, but I caught it later that evening. So I watched his interview. David Fravor, that motherfucker was on Joe Rogan like a couple of years ago. Then watched his interview. And then earlier this year, they had another congressional meeting where they discussed the formation of Arrow and all of that. I watched that whole hearing, and the link you sent me, I watched that whole shit already, bro. Like, I'm telling you, man, when it comes to this alien shit, bro, I be on it, man. And that's why, like I said, this is what I'm doing now, bro. Like, bro. This is gonna be like the next series of artwork that I put out. I should have bended this shit. See what people are gonna think, that I'm trying to ride this fucking AI, this motherfucking alien wave, and that ain't even the case. And I can't make my paintings fast enough to prove that that I've always been on this type of shit. But anyway, I know that I've always been on this type of shit for a long ass time, so. Some can't handle it. I believe the only, honestly, religion still plays a major part in our society, and religious people are going to be the only ones who can't handle it. And that doesn't, I mean, the existence of non-human intelligence doesn't negate your God still. But like, these are all the images that I've been trying to generate lately, is just shit like this. Because, bro, as long as I've been talking about the Anunnaki, I really think, like, that's who these beings are, or whatever it is. It's the fucking Anunnaki, man. But then they say there's a bunch of different species. You got the Anunnaki, you got the tall grays, you got the short grays, you got the tall whites, you got the lizard people. Then there's like 2 or 3 different kind of lizard people. Man, this shit is just like Skyrim, bro. It says many different races of Skyrim. And see, this is the other conspiracy behind it, because Reagan already said that, what if there was a extraterrestrial threat to humanity? This is the almost one surefire way to create a one world government, a one world leader, because, like you said, humanity, mankind, we all have to come together now, because there is something other than us. It's not humankind, it's not mankind, it's something different. And so now we all have to be one world, a new world order. So that's my one thing behind it, though, is just like, they're gonna get us one way or the other. Damn it. And I want aliens to be real so bad, but not aliens, but like something else, because it's so cool to think about. But then at the same time, it's definitely gonna be a control mechanism. There's no way around it. It's definitely gonna be a control mechanism. But see, this is my imagination of the Anunnaki. It was a great civilization. You can call it Atlantis or Pleiades or whatever you want to call it. But it was a great civilization that was very, very advanced. And they had like a different kind of technology. And they fucking ruled the planet. And they made lesser beings as workers. And then their scientists started studying like all these solar phenomenon and shit, and they realized that there was a motherfucking between a comet and a giant solar flare or something was gonna fuck their planet up. And they really couldn't stop that shit, so they had to find a way to like evacuate as much as they could to get the fuck off the planet. And so then there was this council meeting to try to figure out, like, how would they go about it? Who would know, who would not know? How would they try to help survivors of this shit? The rest of my shit won't load. And then there's like a destruction scene, and then a reemergence scene. Because the gods, they created the humans, and they couldn't take a lot of humans with them. They only took a few, like Enoch and motherfuckers like that. But they told the humans how to build underground cities to try to survive this shit. And most of them were able to survive. But when the humans came back out, like, they lost the knowledge of everything. They don't know nothing. Everything was in fucking ruins. And so, like, the wisest of the humans who were actually getting passed down some of the information, they were able to kind of like try to restart civilization. Why won't none of this shit load? And while they was doing that, the motherfucking the Anunnaki motherfuckers in space chilling. They in space chilling. They on the moon chilling and shit. Oh, this is supposed to be like preparing for evacuation. So they tell all the citizens, like, you know, the upper echelon citizens, all right, y'all, we gotta leave the planet for a little while. We'll be back later in a couple generations. So you see a lot of spaceships taking off to the lunar bases or to space stations. And then, like, thousands of years later, like, the humans start finding this shit. Oh, here's some more evacuation scenes. Where's the ancient humans find the pyramids? Oh, this is more destruction, like destruction scenes that I could take from. Everything gets destroyed, and then the humans come out, and then they start finding all these ancient places. I was gonna use something like this and maybe have like a pyramid in the background or something. Like, motherfuckers finally start to come out of the fucking caves and shit, start exploring, and then they come across like all these ancient ruins and realize this is what their elders were talking about. And then they start to settle in these ancient places. And then after a while, the fucking the the gods actually come back. And then people start seeing these gods again. And then the guys give them a little bit of information on how to build society, then they go off again. with that. Well, somebody said it was that they actually they already had conquered another race of beings. So this is
all and I had to start from scratch. Here's what I do to get back to 6 figures a year in 4 steps. So step 1, I'd go down.
The Anunnaki live on the planet Nibiru, which orbits our system. They are an ancient race of extremely developed and powerful beings. The Metropolis, while his father continued as ruler of the planet Nibiru. After 7 days of hard work, the Anunnaki completed the construction of Eridu. They began the processes of extracting gold,
I don't know if I can show
after
that.
being collected in considerable quantities, was sent to Nibiru. Extracting gold was an arduous and painful process. Therefore, the Anunnaki decided to resort to forced labor from an alien race called the Ijiji, who had long before been defeated in battle and dominated by the Anunnaki. After hundreds of years, the considerable quantities was sent to Nibiru. Extracting gold was an arduous and painful process. Therefore, the Anunnaki decided to resort to forced labor from an alien race called the Ijiji, who had long before been defeated in battle and dominated by the Anunnaki. After hundreds of years, the planet Nibiru was practically re-established on account of the massive amounts of gold.
He said that's the documentary. Yeah, they talk about they called them the Ijiji, but they weren't humans. They were another race of beings. And so I guess they already were here with the Anunnaki. And so yeah, and so goddamn these motherfuckers revolted, and that's when it was like, all right, we'll make another slave race, but not as strong as the Ijiji. These motherfuckers can really take us over. So we need another species of beings that aren't as strong, they're not as big, not as intelligent. And so that's when they made the humans. But it is a crazy, crazy, crazy story, man. That shit is crazy, crazy, and I love it, yo. I really do. So now, that's what I'm saying. Even the government is talking about this shit. Like, wait a minute. Like, what the heck? Really? Y'all want to say what? Come on, man. I can't believe it. But then I don't know, man. I just feel like they'll never really tell us everything. Because once again, I think the main progenitor race are the Anunnaki, and I think the motherfuckers was black. Well, they don't want to say that shit. But here are some more depictions of. I'm telling you, man, it's the only kind of AI art that I've been generating, man. Is fucking it's UFOs, man. That's it. Yeah, we on the same type time, bro. We definitely on the same shit. I'm still trying to build this next prompt. And I know what I want to see, is just so hard. And then I can't, I could use more source images. Because I'm sure if you go to like some kind of free photo bucket or something, you can kind of find an image similar to what you want the AI to create. And I do be saving a lot of pictures, but I don't feel like searching for shit right now. I'm just trying to think of a way to word this shit. Cinematic still. A beautiful bright day. Ancient pyramid ruins. An extremely tall African man with locks wearing futuristic blue and gold armor is handing a staff to a tribal human man. What do you think kind of image that'll make? This is trying to depict the Anunnaki giving wisdom and knowledge to mankind. But you have to describe the scene. Mm, aspect ratio. 16 by 9. Let's do, yeah. Or I could do, what if I say over the shoulder, or I need a camera angle on it. Damn, what's that? Shit. What if I do? Alright. The prompt is getting longer and longer. So I added some more, then I'm gonna do style raw. Alright. So cinematic still. So you want it to look like something from a movie frame, just one still of a movie, cinematic frame. So now I'm trying to describe the setting. Beautiful bright day, ancient pyramid ruins is the setting. Maybe I don't need to separate that one with a comma. Alright, and then this alright, so I have the imagery that I want, the setting that I want. Now I'm trying to describe the the main focus of the prompt, which is an extremely tall, and I want to say giant, but sometimes when you say giant, they always make it like a monster. So, an extremely tall African man with locks wearing futuristic blue and gold armor handing a staff to a tribal human man. And then I put as directions gigantic proportions to see if it will like make the very tall man extremely tall. Then I put some camera functions, over the shoulder wide angle shot. See the tribal man, I want him to have his back to the camera. What if, damn, would that even settle right if I add that in there? Handing a staff to a tribal. Well, I'm gonna take human out because I'm saying man twice, and I'm not saying that the first person isn't a human. Because initially in the prompt, I said a very tall Anunnaki handing a staff to a human man, but I'm not sure if Anunnaki will translate into like looking like a black person or not. So that's why I just traded Anunnaki for African, and so I guess now I don't have to put human since it's not an alien, but it is an alien, but it's not an alien, but it is. So staff to a tribal human man with his back to the camera. What if I add that? Let's see. Will it fuck it up? Alright, that's getting long. That's already 3 lines. That's 3 whole lines of a prompt. That's a lot. Alright, so I got the setup, I got the action, and I have some direction, and I have some different elements in there. Aspect ratio 16:9, style raw, and then it'll automatically add like the latest, to use the latest version of it. And so let's send it off. Let's send it off, and then I'm gonna definitely have to adjust some stuff because I already I don't know. Wait a minute. I'm not getting the ruins like I want. I'm not really seeing a staff. Come on, man. Is it that I said his back to the camera? Is it that part that messed it up? Wow, this looks wild. This looks crazy. Is it because I said tribal? I don't know. Where's the ruins at? Look at this. That looks crazy. Wow. Okay. Okay. This is what? As soon as you say African. Alright, so let me change some words around. Alright, I'm just gonna copy let's try it one more time. Let's see if we can switch up a little bit in the prompt, because it is pretty wordy. So instead of saying African, because that, I don't know, just that word alone holds a lot of weight, I'm gonna just say black. Okay. Ancient pyramid ruins, I should add more weight to that. I'm gonna add 0.5 to this. I'm gonna say 1.5 to the ruins, because that really didn't show up at all. What if I take out his back to the camera? So I added a weight to the ruins. I really want those to show up. And then I took out the word African and put black. And then to his armor, I added space. Because it said futuristic blue and gold armor. Now it said futuristic blue and gold space armor. Handing a staff to a tribal man. Alright, let's see what this one will do. I'm already 3 hours. I might be ready to take a break after this one. And figure out what I'm going to do for lunch and dinner today. Why as soon as, oh my god, there's so much on the ruins now. You don't even see the man. Just because I added a 0.5 to the ruins? What if I do, damn. So now it's nothing about the man at all. So okay, 0.5 is definitely too much. Alright, I'm gonna try it one more time. Let's see. So don't add 0.5 to the ruin prompt, because then it'll lose all the people. So what if I, because there's really only two main elements, is the atmospheric background, which is a beautiful bright day in the ancient pyramid ruins, and then it's the main narrative of a tall black man with armor handing somebody something. So even if I shift the weight just one to either one of them, Hmm. So, without any weight structure, the first one gave me the first one gave me hmm. What if I also changed the camera though, instead of saying over the shoulder? All right. Where am I? I have not had my glasses on this whole time. All right. Anyway, cinematic still, a beautiful bright day, ancient pyramid ruins. An extremely tall black man with locks, wearing futuristic blue and gold space armor, handing a staff to a tribal man. Gigantic proportions, long shot, wide angle, full body. Aspect ratio 16:9. Style raw. These aren't bad images up here. I'm just saying it's not. It's not what I was looking for. Any one of these Jones look pretty photorealistic. The way it does clouds is just like. That one does look pretty cool too. So is this the latest version? Why is it not giving me what I want? What the hell? There is no staff or anything in here. Why? And how can I get it to understand? I want one person to be handing something to someone else. So I can't say handing a staff. I have to say something different than that. Something other. What if it doesn't understand staff? What if I say handing a sword? Um, this is how I burn up all my minutes. Doing the same prompt 5 or 6 times. What if I Alright, this is my last one for real. I gotta rebuild it. I forgot to put what you call it in there. Aspect ratio. I need to look up camera angle prompts and see what they do. See if I can find like better angle prompts. Alright. It's doing something. Okay, I can see somebody handing somebody something here. Kinda something here, but that looks extra trippy. The hands are still messed up on that one. That should look like something from Oblivion. Man, I thought that was gonna be the one. What if I just added a bunch of extra dumb shit for no reason because I'm a little frustrated right now. So I just added style raw to it, a chaos of 100, an extra style of 300. Wait a minute, what? It was only 100 chaos. Why is everything so different? This looks nothing, none of them looks. Somebody handing someone a sandwich. This dude sitting out by the river. This blue giant looks like a Marvel comic, and this guy. What the hell? Wow. Alright, so no. For you. Oh man, kind of. I might keep down for a second. Let me see something. Basically no for you guys. You're a dud. No for this. And then the more you delete, the more we're just helping to train this thing too. No for this one. Those are just cool to look at, but I'm not going to use them. Maybe I was thinking about using that one, maybe. So that means no for this one. Um, man, so you gotta go to the store. I, I need to go to the store too, man. I'm too lazy to leave the house right now, though. Too lazy to leave the house right now. Too lazy to even leave out the studio. I need to take my ass downstairs, take a little break from this. I'm just doing anything now. But this is all testing, experimentation, seeing how to get this shit to work properly. No. The fuck was that? Alright, I'm good on this shit for a minute. My brain is a little fried. Let me think about this some more later on. Oh man. Alright, it's still early in the day. More than likely, I'll be back up here later. Take a little break. And then, actually, I don't know. I might just have to swap these canvases out and do a little painting later. I really need to go through this. I really need to go through all the images I made and really like make a folder of everything I like the best and get everything in a folder and then start to narrow that shit down. I can do that while I'm downstairs. I may have to leave the house. Well, no, for two things. Because I do need to go to the grocery store. But I could honestly maybe put that off till tomorrow. Because everybody be wanting to shop on Sundays. But I also need to make a bud run. But you know how these motherfuckers be. They don't even be up yet. Alright, so I'll take this downstairs with me so I can organize a photo, a Midjourney photo folder later. I'll take my little journal downstairs just in case I decide to write something. But you already know what I'm about to do. I'll probably hop on the game for an hour or so, maybe until like lunchtime or something. And then figure out what I'm going to do about lunch and dinner. This should be a pretty easy day. Pretty easy day. I don't got too much going on. Not too much is expected of me today. That's off. That's off. We never turned that light on today. Alright. I say, yo, appreciate y'all chilling in the studio with me. And I catch y'all downstairs. Well, I don't know, man. I've been trying to stream more games lately. But it seems like, I don't know, it seems like my game lag hella bad when I just try to stream my game now. That shit ain't never do that. I can play the game off stream just fine. As soon as I try to play that shit live, man, my shit start lagging. I be looking bad. I can't do that. But I might try to do a video game stream real quick for a little while. So I ain't got shit else to do. Think about this AI art for a little minute. Alright, yo, I'll catch y'all downstairs. Peace.